So you've started a virtual assistant business, but you're not exactly sure how to go about getting clients. Don't worry, in this video, I'm gonna break it down for you in just 4 steps. My name's Abbey Ashley, and I'm the founder of the Virtual Savvy. Here on my YouTube channel, we talk all things work from home, virtual assistants, and living that freedom life. If that's something that you want to hear more about, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and then click the bell to be notified every time I release new content. Now, marketing is one of the top ways that I see virtual assistants struggle, and it totally makes sense. I mean, less than 3% of people are natural born marketers, and that's okay because marketing is actually a skill that can be learned. So even if talking to people and getting yourself out there and being loud isn't something that comes natural to you, it's totally fine. Inside of our signature course, the SavvySystem, we teach our students how to do relationship marketing. And it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or you're an extrovert, because I'm not asking you to speak on a stage of thousands of people, right? What I'm asking you to do is just to slowly build connections, one-on-one relationships, right? What I see a lot of people doing wrong when it comes to marketing is they think, okay, well, what I just need to do is I need to get out there on socials, right? So they'll start posting to their Facebook page 5 times a week, or they'll start an Instagram channel. But the thing is that with virtual assistants, especially when you're first starting out, it's not about building a massive following of 10,000 people or having this big email list or having hundreds of people like your Facebook post, right? Most virtual assistants can replace their full-time income with just 4 clients. So you don't need thousands of people to say yes. You don't need hundreds of people to say yes. You need 4 people to say yes. And I truly believe that the best way when you're first starting out to get those clients is through relationships. All right, so I thought it would be fun inside of this video just to give you my virtual assistant marketing plan. I mean, I'm literally just going to hand it to you. Here you go. And spoiler alert, it doesn't have you posting to Instagram 5 times a day. All right, step number 1, you have to know where to find clients. Now, this is a really standard marketing tip for any business, not just virtual assistants. You have to know where your ideal client is hanging out, right? And so as a virtual assistant, your ideal client is a small business owner, right? So where are small business owners spending their time? One of the places that business owners spend time, especially local business owners, are in live networking events, right? Now, again, I know I told you that you don't have to be an extrovert, but I have seen introverts actually really excel at live networking events because, again, you can just connect with one person in the room at a time. And most people at networking events just like to talk about themselves. So you don't even have to talk about yourself a lot. You can just ask questions and get the other people talking. And so when it comes to finding live networking events, I love just looking at local events on Facebook, seeing if there are any business or networking events happening coming up soon where I live, or if you live somewhere a little bit more rural, you know, maybe look an hour or 2 away from you. Even if you have to drive once a month to go to a live networking event, I promise you it's an experience really that's worth it. Now, the next best place to find clients, again, we're talking about where your ideal client is hanging out, is just your own network. Now, you may be saying, Abby, I don't have a network, but yes, you do. Even if you know 5 people, those 5 people know 5 people who know 5 people, right? And it doesn't even matter if those 5 people are business owners or not, simply by telling the world, hey, this is what I'm doing, right? Like, I'm starting a business, and even if they're not a small business owner, they likely know someone who is, right? So simply by telling your friends and family about your business can be a huge way to get clients. So I actually have a free personal outreach template. I will link to it below this video. And so many of our students inside of our program use this template and get their very first client from it. And even if you don't, it's just a really good practice to like build up some boldness and tell people about your business. So make sure you download the template, but don't just download it, actually send it out. Let me know in the comments below. Say, I promise, Abby, I promise I'll send it out, okay? Do it. And then if I'm talking about my top 3 favorite places to find VA clients, the last would have to be Facebook groups. There are so many business Facebook groups, and the easiest way to find them is literally just type in like business or boss or entrepreneur in the search bar of Facebook, and just make sure you're looking for private groups. I love groups that have at least 5,000 members. You'll actually see like how many posts a day when you're searching through groups are inside of that group. So I really recommend just going and finding, 10 or 15 groups, start interacting in them. And once you like are in groups for a couple of weeks, you'll find your core 3 to 4 groups. Okay. So I'm not asking you to interact in 10 to 15 groups every single day for the rest of eternity. Just go ahead and interact in those 10 to 15 groups until you find the 3 or 4 that are like, these are my groups, right? And one of the things you can do inside of these groups is be posting wins about your business, right? Don't advertise. Not, I'm a virtual assistant. Who needs me to know? That's not what we're doing here. You're just sharing your life, right? Ooh, huge win. I picked a logo. I'm so excited. What do you guys think, right? It's just getting the word out about your business in a non-salesy way. You can also search for jobs inside of these Facebook groups. When people are asking, hey, I need help with building a website, or I'm looking for somebody to help manage my email accounts, right? You are there. And many groups even post job opportunities inside of the group as a regular thing. I know that's something that we do inside of our Virtual Assistant Savvies group. Shameless plug, it's free to join, and we have jobs posted every single day inside the group. So check the link below in order to join our group. But there are tons of groups that actually just post jobs for free. So again, these are the best places, in my opinion, to just go where your ideal client is actually hanging out. So that's just step number 1. Step number 2 is you actually have to set aside the time to market, right? Now, when I talk about marketing, I'm not talking about passive marketing. I'm talking about active marketing. In my opinion, passive marketing is that posting to your Facebook page 5 times a week. Guys, I have over 50,000 followers on Facebook, and I will still post something on Facebook and like 6 people will see it and no one will comment. Like, Facebook is very pay to play. And so it's just not what I recommend. Not this like, I'm just gonna shoot out socials and hope that people come to me. No, in the beginning, especially of your business, you have to do active marketing, relationship marketing. You have to actually be connecting with people, right? Having coffee chats, going to networking events, building real relationships is the way that this is going to happen. And it's only going to happen if you set aside the time to actually do it. So again, whether that is going to a live networking event and actually saying, okay, I'm going to do it, maybe grab a friend, have them come along with you so you can be confidence buddies, right? I recommend setting aside an hour a day just to interact in those Facebook groups, to be looking for jobs on LinkedIn or on Indeed or in our VA Savvies community, and actually actively putting out proposals for those jobs, right? Doing active marketing, and you gotta set aside the time to do it. Your business isn't just gonna sell itself. And I know that that's difficult to hear somebody say. I was literally having coffee a few weeks ago with a friend who was so nervous to launch her website. She had been working months and months and months on this website, and she's like, I just don't know if I'm ready. I just don't know if I'm ready. And I kind of looked at her and I was like, what do you think's gonna happen when you launch your website? And she's like, I just feel like there's just gonna be like this flood of clients, and I don't know if I'm really ready to take them all on. And I felt kind of bad, but I had to break it to her. I'm like, just because you put like up your Facebook page or you put up a website, like that's not gonna get you clients. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to like get people to the website. Like you're gonna have to actively go out and reach out to friends and family and say you're open for business and start building relationships. Like marketing isn't one of these things that you just put up a business page and now instantly you have clients. And it was a little bit of like disappointment for her, but at the same time, it calmed her fears too, because her fear was that she was going to have this rush flood of clients. And so she went ahead, launched her website. Surprise. Nobody really cared. I know that's so terrible, but like, it's just the way it is, right? People are busy. People have their own lives. And so she launched her website and I'm like, okay, now is when the work begins. Now the time is to actually get people to that website. By the way, I don't think you need a website when you're first starting a virtual assistant business. It's just something she had gone ahead and done because she had experience in it. I think you can definitely market your services just with a Facebook page and a portfolio. So don't stress about the website part of it. But the point of this story is like, you gotta actually go out and get clients. Just putting up a social media post or, putting up a website or starting your Facebook page doesn't automatically mean the waterfall of clients is going to come. Sorry. Step number 3, when it comes to your VA marketing plan, is that you have to make the ask. Okay, I know that all of this is sounding really scary, but I promise you guys it gets easier. Marketing in the beginning, it's like this giant boulder. And at the beginning, it's like really hard to push. But once the momentum gets going, I promise you, it gets easier. If you ask any virtual assistant who has been in business for 5 or 10 years, where do you get your clients? You know what most of them will say? referrals. Like most of them don't even have to market anymore because they're so engaged with their clients, they're doing great work, and their clients tell other people about the great work that they're doing. So I promise you this isn't forever, but in the beginning, it's just that thing you've got to do. You've got to actually put yourself out there. And when you're putting yourself out there, you have to be bold enough to make the ask. Now, what is the ask? Well, the ask could be a lot of different things, right? It might be that you're at a networking event and you ask for a business card. It may be that you've interacted with somebody a few times and you make an ask to actually, let's go out to coffee and talk about your business. I really think I could help you, right? The ask may be that you find a job posted in our VA Savvies community and you actually apply for the job, right? There's so many different ways to make the ask, but if you feel that hesitancy of like, oh, I'm putting myself out there, just know you're headed in the right direction. Question, when is the last time that you have been bold in your business? What's the last bold decision that you made? I want to celebrate it with you in the comments below. Let me know. All right, and the last and final step is to follow up. You guys, sales psychology tells us that it can take 7 touch points to make a sale. That means that just because you met someone once at a networking event doesn't mean that they're going to ask you to be their virtual assistant. I'm sorry, it's just not the way that it works. And so what you're gonna have to do, it means that you might meet someone at a networking event, right? You'll get their business card and you follow up via email. Maybe they don't respond to your email, so then touch point number 3, you send them another email. They respond to you, hey, sorry, things have been busy, da da da. Totally get it. Then you see them when you go back to that networking event and you guys really hit it off in your conversation. You say, hey, let's go get coffee sometime. You talk to them about business. They're like, I think I'm really interested in your services. You're like, let's book an official discovery call, right? Touch point number 6, your discovery call. You do the discovery call. They say, let me think about it a second. And then you do a follow-up meeting a week later. And that's when they actually sign you. Guys, this is what a real marketing relationship, a real getting a client can look like. And it doesn't usually just happen in 1 second. So don't forget to follow up. The art is in the follow-up. All right, I hope that this video has been helpful for you. Let me know what the best tip that I provided in this video was in the comments below. And don't forget, if you're not already a part of our Virtual Assistant Savvies community, it's over on Facebook. We're hanging out over there with like 130,000 other VAs. Jobs posted every day and it's totally free to join. So make sure you do so at the link below. I just forgot what I was saying. The link right down there. All right, that's all that I have for you. I will see you in the next video, friends. Bye. Go get to marketing.